do not look okay. What's wrong?
My mother's ailment is getting worse. I had to stay back and cook a meal today and talk her into bed.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry about your mom's health.
Thank you.
Well, why I asked you to come was because my father's friend is in town. He actually came to the house. He's a very prominent man, very rich man, and he owns a very big company in Asaba. I talked to him about you and he's willing to help you. But he just wants you to apply, that's all.
I'm sorry, my princess, but I don't want to work for him or his company.
Why? Look, Austin, this man is willing to help you. He'll do anything for me. And you know I'll do anything for you. I want you to be comfortable.
My princess, please don't think I'm ungrateful. I appreciate all your efforts.
Well, if you're grateful, then apply for the job. Look, this man wants me to be happy. And he wants to do anything for you. If you apply today, you'll get the job today. As simple as that.
My father always said I should follow my heart.
What do you mean by follow your heart?
I don't want to work for any privately owned company. I want to work for the government, where my ideals and initiatives will go directly to the people that need them. That is what I see as fulfillment. That is what my dream is all about. Please understand.
I humbly greet the head princess of Burma.
Keep your stupid greetings to yourself. Your greetings mean nothing to me. That low life sort of a nobody is in this palace talking with my sister. How did he get in here?
Your Highness, he came to see Princess Neka. He came in peace and I let him in peace.
Really? Now, were you not the same guard that I ordered never to allow that pauper into this palace again?
It is your order, the head princess of the kingdom. But your younger sister, Princess Neka, countered your order.
Really? So, Neka now counters my orders, right?
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I don't want to be caught in the middle. I'm humbly sorry.
Oh, please, just keep your stupid apologies to yourself. I don't need them. Get out of my sight. Get out! Silly. Okay.
Austin, don't say it as if I'm trying to discourage you from your sad dreams. But do you think you have a future in the government ministries?
Well, I'm persuaded to think one has a future anywhere in the world. As long as you're smart, hardworking and resilient, resilient. That's what I think. And the private sector will not afford me that fulfillment. In the public sector, what I do impact people directly, and then there's a certain self-satisfaction and fulfillment as well. That's what I think.
I love you so much.
I love you too, my princess. You know I love being with you. But I have to go. My mother needs me. Okay? I love you. Come visit sometime, huh?
Njideka, the head princess, is a brutal woman. Are you aware of that?
Well, to an extent, yes, but I did not come to see her. I came to see her sister Nneka.
I know who you came to see. But I want to advise you as a brother, be very careful. Njideka hits you and she could go to any extent. She might even attempt killing you.
She told you that?
Not really. But you see, she looks at you as a pauper, and we all know she hates the poor. She learnt about your relationship with her sister and she's not comfortable with that. I'm not asking you to leave your woman, but please, tread with caution.
Nadozi, I've heard. Thank you very much for your advice. I will not forget in a hurry.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And where are you coming from?
Excuse me.
Nneka, are you trying to tell me that you have no regard or no respect for royalty? What exactly are you doing with that riffraff who has no background whatsoever?
Njideka, as my elder sister, I respect you a lot. Don't let me do something I will regret.
Will you stand back right there?
Njideka, why are you always looking for trouble? Look, you are the head princess of this kingdom. A role model to the maidens out there. They look up to you. Why do you always do things that undermine your status in this kingdom? Why?
Nneka, now you listen to me. The instruction I gave to the porter was very stern and decisive. I told them that under no circumstance I never wanted to see that riffraff in this palace again. Now tell me, why did you flaunt my orders?
In a very polite way, I would ask you to answer my simple question. Why would you give an order to the porter not to let my fiancé enter this palace?
Nneka, because you are a princess. You are a princess for Christ's sake. You have no business with cheap ragamuffins, low-life people on the streets who are not even sure of their next meal. You have no business with them. Now let me issue this last warning. If you do not stop seeing that car, you would force me to do something that you would ever live to regret.
I would not leave a man that I love simply because the head princess hates him and thinks he's a wretch. I wouldn't do that. I love him. Excuse me.
Nneka! Nneka! Okay. We shall see.
Mama, eat. I'm not trying. You eat. Mama, force yourself to eat. You need to build your energy up. You always tell me this when I'm sick.
I'll eat, my son. I'll eat. Odunze left here some minutes before you return.
What did he want?
They have finally sold the land.
Huh?
No. My son, sit down.
I want to go and ask them why they sold the land.
There is no need. Sit down, my son. Pick up. Now do.
I don't want to be involved in any land dispute with anyone. But I have a right to ask them why they sold the land.
There's no need for that. Yes, no need. They can go ahead and sell anything. But they cannot sell your heart. Yes, they cannot. I want you to learn how to allow God do his thing in his own way. Remember what your father used to say. That every man has his own burden. I want you to see Odunze as your own burden and learn to live with it. Please, my son.
Mama, wash your hand and eat.
We know a lady by the company that she keeps. What does that mean?
Daddy, Nneka has been doing everything to undermine your position as king in this kingdom. And you just have to stop her.
I still don't understand what you mean.
Daddy, the rumors are everywhere that the mother killed the father. The family has no class and is relatively unknown. Nneka claims to be engaged to someone from such a stinkingly degrading background.
Hold it. Nneka is engaged to a man that I know nothing about?
Daddy, she is not just engaged to this man. She smuggles him into this palace at will. Daddy, you have to call her and caution her before I do something nobody would like.
Go and call her for me. Go and fetch her for me. You have been smuggling in a man into this palace. True or false?
Dad, my fiancé has been coming in and out of this palace freely, through the main gate. Is that what my sister calls smuggling?
Your sister said that the man enters and leaves freely into this palace. Is that correct, Princess?
Daddy, I don't think we should concern ourselves with the method of entry here. I think our main point of focus should be the class of this man that she's parading. Daddy, remind her that she is a princess, and as such, she has no justification to misbehave.
Why?
Most especially with a riffraff.
Why are you inciting our father over nothing? Dad, Austin and I are in love, and he has proposed to me.
Nneka, I put it to you that you're talking arrant rubbish. There is no way you're going to marry that riffraff. I am the head princess of this kingdom, and I can tell you confidently that you are wasting your time with Austin because you guys will never ever get married.
Now, I want my princesses to calm down. Calm down! I am going to handle the matter my own way and communicate my decision to you people. All right? Now you may leave now.
Daddy, you just have to take this seriously. The guy is a nobody, for Christ's sake.
Leave for now. I will keep you.
Who is the crowd? Who is the crowd?
And what are you doing here?
Njideka, Austin loves me, and I love Austin. And we are going to get married. And if you do anything to spoil my plans, to God and me, I will not forgive you. I will not.
I know it's not going to happen. It's not just happening. There is no way I would allow my own sister get married to some insignificant, classless guy without any form of status or foundation. I would do anything. I would use my last strength to make sure that never happens.
I am not concerned about his background. My concern is about the allegation that his mother killed his father. And I ask you, what do you know?
Your Majesty, I appreciate your call. But the truth is that I don't know what actually killed the man. Ichioduze alleged that his brother was killed by that widow. I don't know how accurate the information is.
So, how did he die? I mean, what killed him?
When a woman is married by a man of this kingdom, she must not be promiscuous.
Yes.
The woman was alleged to be extremely promiscuous. And Ichioduze insists that his brother died as a result of her promiscuity.
Based on what you know about the said woman, would you say that that level of allegation on her have merit, or was it in a bad faith? Answer me.
Well, Ever since the man died, the woman has been suffering from a terminal ailment. And so many people believe that she is suffering from her promiscuous life. But I don't know. In fact, I don't believe that.
It's all right. I've heard you. I'm still thinking. We have to unravage all this. Bear that in mind, all right? The truth must come.
I pray so. I pray so, Your Majesty. My princess.
Iche, I am highly disappointed at what you just told my dad.
My princess, I don't know. I don't understand why you will express such a stand.
Iche, would you be in this kingdom and allow the son of that woman marry a princess?
What? Austin want to marry a princess? Which of the princesses?
Oh, please, Iche, come on. Give me some credit. What do you take me for? What in the world would I be doing with that dirty brat? Look, I'm talking about my kid sister. She's obsessed with him. And men like you owe it as a duty to stop it.
The king didn't tell me why he was asking all the questions. But I think I have an idea. If it will please my princess, I can go right away and tell the king that that young man cannot marry any of the princesses of this kingdom.
That will be held as an afterthought. You know my father. You can read in between the lines. Ichi, I want you to go home and think. Figure out a way you will present this to my dad. That boy must not marry my sister. And I need you to accomplish that.
Don't worry, my princess. I am Ichi Oyenze, the only one that speaks his mind without sentiments. You can always count on me.
Thank you.
Thank you, my princess. My princess. Wow.
Why would you sell land that's meant for the whole family without our consent?
You are the one parading yourself as a member of this family. We have expunged your name from the list. All I can tell you, go back to your mother wherever she is.
No, I don't understand. Why would you expunge my name from the list? I'm the bona fide son of my father.
Because you refuse to understand that your mother killed your father.
Uncle, you're a liar. My mother was good to my father all through. He died of natural causes. You, on the other hand, are the one that's doing everything to make me an orphan.
Can't you use your head? Don't you use your head? What your mother is suffering today is as a result of the evil she unleashed on my own brother. Wise children ask of what happened, what killed their father, but you won't because you are not wise.
Everything my mother suffers today as a result of your wickedness and everything you've done to her. You can keep the land. We don't need it. But I assure you of something. Someday you're going to die, and then you'll be buried on one of those controversial lands you've seized.
As long as you are clinging to the woman who killed your father, you will never know peace. And you always wallow in backwardness. You will never lay your hands on any of the family lands. Never!
I don't need the family land to make me uncle. That's what you don't know. You can only threaten as a man, but you're not God. Hope you be long enough on earth to see it.
Challenging me in my own house. Eh? Okay. We'll see.
Good afternoon, young man. How are you?
My princess, don't feel as if I'm flattering you. But the entire guards in this palace have come to the conclusion that you're a better princess than your sister. Please, I'll advise that you don't allow her wickedness to influence your love for the poor.
Oh, that is really sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay? But my sister is not wicked. I mean, she just behaves the way she wants to behave. Okay, my love and regards to the guards.
Wait a minute, my princess. Please don't invite Austin to the palace again.
Why?
I volunteer to take your messages to him and he's back to you. Because the king is beginning to investigate about him and I'm not sure it's good for him.
My father. Investigating Austin. How did you get to know that?
Ichi Onyeze was invited the other day and he was asked about Austin's background. He didn't know much, so he didn't say anything. But you know the king will continue investigating.
Well, now do you think there's anything about Austin's background that would make someone hate him? I mean, aside the obvious fact that we all know that he is poor.
You see, most people feel his mother killed his father. My father said he doesn't believe that. But the poor woman was forced to take an oath and she's presently facing a terminal ailment. Most people think the gods are punishing her slowly.
Now, I do not buy that gist. It's not true.
Well, same here. I don't believe it too. But then, the king is curious. We have to let him be for the time being. But please, I'll advise that you continue loving the poor. The gods of the poor shall see you through.
I know your conscience never lies.
I didn't get to know why the king was asking all the questions until the head princess confronted me on my way out. How is it? Austin, your nephew, is planning to marry the second princess. And from what I gathered, the young woman is excited about it.
Why would the princess want to marry someone who doesn't reason like men of his family? Why?
Many people believe now that the girls are not responsible for that woman's ailment. And that simply means your accusation that she killed her husband was wrong.
I am sorry. Where are you coming from?
Where am I coming from? Honestly, where I'm coming from is when the girls inflict a person with any ailment, it does not last more than 21 days and the person must die. This woman has been sick for almost a year now. And there is simply no way you can sustain the argument that the girls are after her.
Am I sure you didn't tell the king this rubbish you are saying here?
No, I didn't. But I just want to be sure that you are not waging unnecessary war against the woman.
Are you aware that there are so many ways to kill a man?
How did she kill him?
She was sleeping around with men and at the same time cooking for my brother. And that's how he died. Is she not the one who killed him?
Do you know any of these men that slept with her?
You're asking so many questions as you don't trust me. And I'm not finding it funny.
It's your audience there. That young man wants to marry the princess. Try and encourage him to marry her. It's going to be good for you and for all of us. Even if it is Mma that killed her husband, you will not transfer or extend your anger on your nephew, your brother's son. Make things easy for yourself and for all of us. That is my kind advice. Ichie Hodose. I will be taking my leave now.
Rachel. Nonsense. Yes, a woman rapper.
My son, there are so many things I am not supposed to tell you as a mother. But this whole thing is taking a new dimension. And there is need for me to tell you, at least for you to know what actually happened.
Please, accept to marry me, and I will just marry immediately.
You're putting me on the spot. I cannot accept to marry just like that. I need time to make a decision.
Okay. I'll give you all the necessary time you need, okay? But I just want you to know that I'm very much in love with you. Is that okay? Okay. Have a seat.
Okay.
Okay. Why are you looking at me as if you don't like the lady I presented?
That she come and see you today. And I've been here for almost 10 minutes. You've not said anything to me.
I invited you because I know you're a complete woman. And you will understand my call.
But I'm sorry, Chi. Sincerely, I don't understand this call.
You see, we can solve this problem. And you get married to my brother without any opposition at all.
That's exactly what I want. A united family that speaks with one voice. I cannot be comfortable with any family that there is no peace in it.
Good. You will be my mistress.
I beg your pardon.
We are adults, and adults can handle secrets. You see, you will marry my brother, but first, you will let me into the woman in you. It will remain a secret till we die.
Are you sick or something? Can you hear yourself that I should sleep with you before you accept me as your brother's wife?
We can even start today, right inside this house. The most secretly guided romance.
Leave me alone. You are evil. You are evil, and your evil shall catch you up. Nonsense. Leave me alone.
Yes. I confirm from that day that Odunze is an evil man.
Why didn't you tell father all of this?
I had no evidence. I mean, he can deny he never made any pass at me. And there is no way I'll prove it. And that will be his words against mine. I mean, your father will even be angry for me answering that call in the first place.
Mother, this is wickedness.
Ever since that day, I turned down and walked out on him. He treated me as an outcast. He did everything possible to set me against your father. But your father loved me unto death.
Did he attend your wedding?
Of course he did. He attended. But right there in the church, he was still making passes at me. I simply decided to avoid him. And that has been the root of all these problems I'm having.
I've been told of all your evil past from my mother. And I've come to tell you that if you take that woman's life, God will judge you. You hear me, uncle? God will judge you.
What has come over you? To walk into my own house, to point accusing fingers at me, for nothing.
Accusing fingers at you? You made my mother swear an oath that she didn't kill my father. Uncle, can you swear the same oath that all your wickedness towards her is just because she refused to be your mistress?
The problem I have with you is that you have refused to grow. You are not behaving like a man from this community. You will die uncelebrated.
I've returned that curse to you and your next generation.
Shut up. Why should you draw conclusions from what a woman said? And besides, what have I to do with your mother? Such the best woman like that. She has no
talking about my mother like that. You know what? I will not touch you. I will control this burning anger in me. I will not touch you. You want to transfer your curses to me? It is just for you to bear. Your wickedness will find you one day. There's still a God. You will die like a rat in this community. We'll watch you go.
the guts to come in here and harass me like this? Is that because of the relationship he has with the princess?
Bring him here.
Stand up.
What did I do to you? What did I do to you?
Stand up.
Please spare my life. I'm all my mother has. Please.
I will. Only on the condition that you stay away from my sister. Now the next time I see you anywhere around her, you won't be this lucky. You hear me?
Yes?
First, I must say that I am not impressed with the attention you gave me. I was the first to come to this palace today. I expected that you should have come and seen me.
Says who? I've always advised you to be careful when you are in the presence of the king. Do not forget the fact that I am the king of this land. Now, how do you expect me to come out by 7 o'clock? You probably forgot that I am the king and needed to prepare myself very well before I step into this chamber. You seem to have forgotten that. By the way, why are you here?
Bernard, my late brother, left a wife and a son. That son of his has been expunged from the family because he doesn't reason like us. And that same highly debased boy I heard is in love with one of your daughters. That's why I have come to ask why you should allow that happen.
Odunza, I should be asking you that question rather. And my question is this: were you told by anybody that I started the relationship between your nephew and my daughter? Did anybody tell you that? That the understanding existence between your nephew and my daughter, that I started it?
Can that ever happen without the knowledge of the king?
Now you listen to me, Odunza. Listen very carefully. I'm aware that your nephew has been coming here for neck at the young princess. All right? Now, the matter is before the throne. The throne is handling the matter, and that it's not enough for you to leave your house and invade the throne to start asking the same question this early. Better be careful. Now I want you to go back to your house. Go back to your house and allow the throne to investigate what ought to be investigated. Now leave.
I will do as your highness has said. But I want to let you know that that boy is not good for the princess. He has proved to be a traitor in the family. And if you allow him into this palace, he will do the same to this palace.
I have spoken, Odunze, and I am sure you heard me correctly. Now, leave.
Igwe.
You're going to leave that girl, eh? You're going to leave that girl. They will kill you if you continue.
I'm not going to leave her, Mama.
Meaning? Hey. Austin, don't you have value for your life? Whatever you are doing with that girl is risky. And they will kill you if you continue.
Mama, I'd rather live in pain than live freely without her.
Hey,
she understands me. No, she really understands me. She thinks I'm intelligent. She thinks I have a great future. Despite our class disparity, she sticks with me. No, it's not everybody that can do that. She's paid enormous sacrifices. I can't disappoint her now.
Hey, Austin, I don't want to lose you. Hey.
Mama, can you use the hot compress? I think my ribs are bruised.
Oh my God.
She ordered the guards to beat me up. And they descended on me like a common criminal.
Austin, I'm so sorry. The chief guard told me and I had to run down immediately. Because then, I know it's hard. Please forgive her. Please. Please.
Everybody thinks I should leave you. I'm beginning to see the wisdom in what they're saying.
How could you even say a thing like that? How? Why do you want my sister to come in between us? God knows I love you. I love you so much.
I love you too, Neka. But my life is in jeopardy now. I had such high hopes for our future. But one needs to be alive to see the future.
You promised me that nothing will ever come between us. What is happening now?
I know what I promised. And I believe in it. I'm growing insecure by the day. Look around you. I live in abject poverty. You're a princess.
Oh, please, just stop it, okay? Stop it. Stop it. Look. Austin. Don't ever look at me like a princess. Look at me like the woman who is in love with you. A woman who can do anything for you. You are my king. Look. Austin. The more you present yourself as a poor citizen of this community, I will always feel indebted to you. Always.
Our love runs so deep. And yet people don't even understand it also. I'm worried. It's not so much for me. If I lose my life now, who will take care of my mother? We're all we have. We have nothing else.
What about me? Austin, what about me? Just assure me that you still love me.
I love you. But you see, the problem is...
Austin, I love you. I love you. Don't ever see me as princess. Don't. See me as a normal girl. As a girl that is in love with you. See me as a girl that can do anything for you. Anything. I will sort out everything when I go back to the palace. Trust me. I cannot live this life without you.
You ask that I clamp down on that boy, and I promise I will just do that.
Then do it, Father. Do it. Fast too. I mean, you're wasting too much time on this and it's beginning to get very uncomfortable. I don't know why this sudden recourse to diplomacy.
That is the word. Diplomacy, my dear. We have to tread with caution. You see, that boy is a legitimate son of this land. And whatever punishment that I'm going to give to him must not only be legitimate, but must also have a reason, a good reason for that matter.
Oh, Father, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm really disappointed. Who the hell is Austin in the first place? And Father, how could you mention legitimacy as a reason for not clamping down on that nobody, that poor thing, who has no respect for this palace whatsoever? If there's anything that boy deserves, it's to be punished severely too.
Why should he be punished? Huh? Why should he? At least it has not been reported that he molested the princess. No. They simply got attracted to each other. And we should be civilized enough to know when we start encroaching on people's rights.
Father, does it mean that you no longer trust me?
Says who? You are the head princess, and I trust you absolutely.
Then just issue an order. That's all you need to do. Issue a royal order and stop Neka from ever seeing that riffraff again, and bar him from ever stepping his foot into this palace. Father, I am the head princess of this palace, and as such, I will not sit down, fold my arms and watch somebody come into this palace and bring it down to ridicule. For Christ's sake, Father, that guy might end up marrying Neka.
I should really do that?
Father, remember, we were brought up to be attracted to only people with glaring charisma and some sort of credibility. You do not have a son, you know? And don't forget, tradition permits that your son-in-law takes over from you once you're gone. Just look at it. If Neka ends up marrying that dirty riffraff, what will happen to the palace? It will just bring this whole place into some child's play. You don't want that to happen. Neka has to be forced to dine and wine with the mighty, and the mighty only. Father, come on. I know you know what I'm talking about. Rise up and do something. Rise up as king, Father. Do something before it's too late. Okay, Daddy?
My son, I listened to everything she said. And I think you can continue with her. She showed me the picture of a woman in love. And it will be unfair if you leave her. Though I said they may kill you. But the Bible says that no man ever decrees it comes to pass unless God ordains. If God didn't endorse a man's death, his enemies will not kill him. Listen, my son. I am your mother. And I think I know women. That lady that just walked out loves you dearly. And you should try and love her back. Yes.
It's rather ironic, Mother, but a moment ago you said I shouldn't go near her anymore. Why are you saying something different now?
Yes, I did. I told you my reasons. I mean, I've never interacted with her. I've never heard her speak. I listened to her today and advocated myself. That woman is a good one, and she must not be taken for granted. My son, if you are sure that you love her, just go on and be with her. Yes.
Hey man, this is what I found. Hope it's cool.
Hey baby, how are you?
Baby, I came into town some few minutes ago. And I am calling to inform you that I love you so much.
That's quite heartwarming. You know I love you too.
Could you please come over to my place? Please.
Fidel, you know I do not like to come over to your house because of all those classless boys you hang around with.
Njideka, I am not happy that you are saying this. Because it shows me that you have not been coming around in my absence. I have fired all the boys. I am here with my friend Brown. Can you tell me that Brown is classless? Can you qualify Brown as being classless? Can you?
Whatever. Okay, so when do you want me to come?
You see, Njideka, I actually want you to spend the night. I have lots and lots of things to discuss with you. You know, is there anything wrong if you give me the night?
Come on, Fidel. You know I can't spend the night. I'm the head princess of this kingdom. And as such, I can't just spend the night like that. If anything has to make me sleep out, then it has to be properly put together.
In that case, I will say you begin to come immediately. Njideka, I want to look into your very beautiful face and assure myself one more time that you are still the noble woman that is going to be the mother of my children.
Fidel, stop. You've started with your flatteries. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Okay? Bye. Yes! Woo.
And who was that you were discussing with and the class thing and all that?
Brian, must you always ask me this kind of question?
I would ask because I heard my name. You mentioned my name, man.
Njideka, Princess Njideka.
Wow, nice.
She is on her way to this place, and I think we have to search the entire house. You know, let us see if there is anything that anybody can define as rubbish. We need to remove everything from there.
Yeah, you have a point, man. Now let's get to work. Let's start on the inside.
I bow in greetings for Princess Neka of Ubema Kingdom. You shall live long, Your Highness.
Thank you very much, my brother. So what do I owe all these greetings?
The king is on his throne. He says he wants to see you the moment you get back to the palace.
What? He wants to see me?
Yes.
Why? Look, my brother. Tell me, why would the king leave such a message for me? Brother, talk to me.
I feel happy whenever you refer to me as brother. This makes me feel very important in this palace, and I feel indebted to you.
You still haven't told me why he wants to see me.
The only difference between you and your sister is that she's the older one and you're younger. But before the eyes of everyone in this great kingdom, you are the same because you're all princesses. When you appear before the king, don't allow yourself to be overshadowed. Behave like a princess and stand like one.
Thank you.
You shall reap whatever you sow will give you chase.
Let me leave my father, the king of the Bema Kingdom. You sent for me, sir.
Now I want you to listen to me. I do not want to see that boy in this palace anymore, and I hereby bar you from going out with him. Do I make myself clear?
When you appear before the king, don't allow yourself to be overshadowed. Behave like a princess and stand like one.
With all due respect, sir, could you please give me one reason why you have passed this judgment?
All right, I will try. I am the king of this land, and my words are law. If you ever see that boy again, I will simply regard you as a disobedient princess. Do not ever see him anymore. Do I make myself clear?
Why are you doing this to me? Why? I'm a princess.
That is the more reason why you should stop seeing him. That is the more reason why you should know the kind of friends you keep. If I happen to join my ancestors today, any of my sons-in-law can as well become the king of this land. So you should be mindful of that always.
I am not involved in the politics of this kingdom. And I would not be in the nearest future.
That's where you go wrong. Wrong! Because you are already involved in the politics of this kingdom. You've already involved, and you cannot exclude yourself from it. Because you've already attached yourself to that that person that is far below your status. Oh, my princess, you must always learn how to carry yourself. Carry yourself as a princess and in that capacity. Now get out of my sight. Get out!
See what I'm saying? Come on, you see what I'm saying, man?
You know, I just have this feeling that you're... When exactly do you intend to come and see my parents? Or are you still contemplating December?
Why December?
December is too far. You know, any man who is privileged to have someone as beautiful as you at his beck and call shouldn't be wasting time. Why should the person be wasting time? You know, let me give you the glimmer, maybe a kind of glimmer of the reason why I said come. Because I wanted us to sit down as we are sitting down now and decide on the kind of marriage that we are going to fix. So you tell me, Njideka, what exactly do you want?
Well, I think that most importantly, she come and see my parents first.
Okay.
After which, the kind of wedding I want to have would be decided on. I think most importantly, first thing you should do is come see my parents.
That's good. Coming, that means everything could be actually completed before this experiment runs out. Sweet baby. Lovely. You care for this?
Oh no, come on, I'm not into alcohol.
I'm at your service, my princess. You look worried. Is anything the matter?
I went to see the king and he angered me.
Ernest just drove into the palace. He's with the king. What do I tell them?
My brother, I trust you. Tell Ernest whatever you think is right. I do not want to see him.
Well, I'll tell him you're angry and refuse to let me into your presence.
I trust you with my life. So whatever you tell him, I know you had my back.
Yes, Your Highness.
You are welcome once more.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I told your father that you are going to marry one of my daughters. And since you constantly insist that it's Nneka that you desire, I vote to give you what you want.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you very much.
Your father was a great lover of peace, and it's only right that you step into his noble shoes as a great lover of peace that he was.
I will do my best, Your Majesty.
Good, good.
Your Majesty.
Yes. Where is Princess?
She refused to let me into her presence.
Why?
I suppose she's angry and asked me to drop the message. But we can't deliver any message to any royalty who's not willing to see the message bearer.
Sorry, Your Majesty. Can you take me to her?
Are you sure it's the right thing to do?
Take me to her.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Yeah. Okay. It's part of it.
My brother, man, I love that girl. You know, I love that girl so much. You know why? Why? Because she knows what she wants and how to go about it.
Yes, but Fidel, look, if you love this girl as you say, why don't you just tell her the truth?
You know, I don't understand. What do you mean by tell her the truth?
Open up to her. Tell her you do drugs. Yes. It is better she finds out now than later.
Hey. Now, Brian, I want to warn you immediately before I forget. Do not ever open your very cursed mouth to say this rubbish again, that I do drugs. If you ever mention this anywhere again, you are going to regret that very first day you make me for the very first time. That I do drugs. What's your business? No, do I inhale the drugs through your nose? Have I ever brought the drug very close to your face? What's your business? Why are you beginning to poke into my face? What's the problem?
Fidel,
Please. If I know you will say this, I will actually dismiss you from the gate. No sense.
Neka, I am not here because of the promise your father made to my father. It won't have amounted to anything had even I met you and I did not like you. Neka, I grew up to like you as a woman. I want you to be my wife, please.
Ernest, just because you have come to me as a gentleman, I will talk to you as a gentlewoman. The love that exists between us is one-sided. So I beg you not to go further with your marriage proposals to my father.
Nega, I did not come here because of your father. It's you that I come to see. Why are you not getting me? Why are you not getting this right? It's you that I came to see.
Ernest, would you rather have a wife whose half is outside, mind is outside, soul is outside, or have a wife that can love you just the way you love me? Which do you want?
Nega, tell me that man that is distracting you. Just tell me, please, please.
I waited for that letter for ages, and it chose now to arrive. A time when I need to take care of my mother, when she needs me. I can't go.
I am sorry to say this, Austin. You cannot afford to lose the job of your dream. You can rush to Asaba for this interview. I know your mother. She's a strong woman. She can manage. Just make up your mind.
It's not a good time for her to manage, Maduka. She needs me every waking second. She is very weak.
Austin, remember that cash is involved. Without cash, you can't do anything. Look, you are going to lose the job and you will have yourself to blame. Don't see it as if I'm not concerned about your mother's ailment. I do. I am very concerned about it. But then, you need to have something doing to take good care of yourself and your future. You understand? I want you to see it from that angle. Just make up your mind. Just.
Neka, I called you into this room this night so we could talk like sisters. Ernest Ogonabo is the man that you're going to marry, because that's the man everyone is comfortable with. You see, you just have to get this over and done with. Settle this matter once and for all. Tell this Austin guy to stay off so you can concentrate on the person you're going to marry. Because Neka, there is just no way you're going to end up marrying a pauper.
I don't like him. I don't even feel anything for Ernest. Angelica, why would you want me to marry a man that I do not love and would never be happy with? Because our father has promised his family that we're going to get married.
Okay, now let me tell you a little story which our mother said to me before she passed. Mother said that when she was about getting married to Dad, she never liked him. But because the two families had agreed, she did not have an option. You know the funny thing? It wasn't up to a month she started living with Father. She fell in love with him. So why don't you do the same thing? Why don't you want to follow in Mother's footsteps?
Mother cannot claim not to have had any feelings whatsoever for Dad. I mean, even if this arranged marriage would ever work, at least that woman should feel something and should be attracted to the man. But in this case, I don't feel nothing. I am not attracted to him at all. And I cannot follow Mom's footsteps because I am me. Mom is Mom.
You're listening to a demo for Start Music Done.
Babes?
Hello, dear. I'm really worried about my mother's illness.
What happened?
Well, nothing happened really. It's just that, the letter I told you about, I've been waiting for from Asaba. They finally arrived and they want me there tomorrow. I can't go because there's no one that will take care of Mama.
Why should that be a problem to you? Of course I will. I'll take care of her.
You're serious? You leave the opulence of your palace to come here to take care of Mama?
Austin, she's also my mom. I would do anything for her. Of course I will.
Baby, you have solved my problem.
You're welcome. Look, if I cannot be of help to you times like this, then it's worthless being your friend. It's worthless saying I love you.
God bless you. I love you so much.
I love you too, baby. Good night.
Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah? Okay.
Neka, don't tell me that you're still seeing that son of a nobody.
Why do you hate him so much? I love him.
Okay. So, what did he tell you?
Well, he's going for a job interview in Nasaba.
Of course I said it. Oh, so that low life has finally perfected his plan to dump you. You better call that son of a bitch and tell him that you do not want the relationship again before he dumps you. And then it's being said that Papa now dumped the princess. Call him now.
The guy, he's not going to dump me. He loves me. And I'm not going to make that call.
Neka, call him.
My son, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I want you to go for the job. And I always know that I wish you all the best. Your future is extremely important. And I want you to start planning for it. Go.
Austin, you'll be late. Come. Go and do what she says. Make her proud. I'll always be here with her. All the way.
Take care of her. She's all I have.
I know. I will. You can come to me. Go. She'll be fine.
Come on, going. If there's any problem, call me immediately here. You have my number. And she likes...
Go!
She likes cool water before she sleeps. Make sure you give her...
I will. I will.
And you need to change her clothes out.
Please.
Make sure you give a cool compress.
I forgot.
You have to...
Go!
Who is the crowd?
Your Majesty.
Who is the crowd?
You're welcome. I must admit that I am surprised with all these gifts.
May I know your mission?
Your Highness, may you live forever.
Thank you, my son.
Fidel Idigo is the son of late Chief Okwozi Idigo of Abata village.
Ah!
Your Majesty.
You're welcome.
He's the one we are following.
See?
He told us in confidence that there is something he found in this palace. That thing, when added to his life, will make him complete. That thing, Your Majesty, is Njideka, your first daughter. Fidel Idigo wants to marry her. That's our mission. We are happy, Your Majesty, that you found our gift worthy of a second look. There is a cow outside, and we are persuaded that before a person will come to marry from the palace, he must have a spinal cord. Fidel Idigo, our son, has a powerful spinal cord. And we shall be delighted if you give unto us that which our hearts desire.
That's true.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you, Your Majesty. May you live forever.
Well, I'm so sorry to barge in. I came with my letter, and the receptionist outside said you're the man in charge, so I came to see you.
Why didn't you come when you were asked to come?
Look at my mother. She was terribly sick. She still is very sick. I had to make sure she was in good hands before I moved.
I'm sorry to hear this, but you should understand that we are the civil service. Whatever that we do here follows the bureaucracy of government office. We've rounded up the interview.
Okay, please. My own situation is different from others. I'm telling you, my mother, I'm all she's got, and she's almost dying. Even money is a problem. I'm completely dependent on this job. Take care of her.
Young man, get up. Don't do this in my office. You can go around and ask. I am Mr. Odogu. I am in charge of the recruitment. We've rounded up the recruitment exercise, and there's nothing else I can do for you. The only thing I can do is this. I can pencil down your name for the next batch, and that's it.
Hey, I'm finished.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
To be sincere with you, I don't know that young man called Fidel Idigo. As a matter of fact, I knew his father very well, but not him. I've never heard of him. So they came here with all sorts of gifts and asked that you marry their son, Fidel Idigo. And I said to myself that it would be proper for me to summon you and find out what your opinion is on that. Will you marry him? You know him?
Father, it's strange. I mean, it's quite surprising that you don't know him. Well, anyway, like you rightly put it, his name is Fidel Idigo, and he lives in Finland. But he comes home like most of the festive periods, and I have known him for quite some time now, like 3 years, and I think he's a good enough guy to be my husband.
Wait. Are you telling me here now that you would like to marry him? You like him? Is that what you mean?
Yes. I love him, so. Thank you, Daddy.
That's all right. In that case, I'll simply tell them to go. Let them proceed. So let them start. It's well. Happy for you.
You know, my very wonderful elders, I said we should come back here so we can discuss like people that left from a place and they went to a place and they achieved good result. Ishan, to be very sincere with you, I am impressed the way you handle the king. You know, because I was told that this man is a tough man and I was getting jumpy. I started to wonder, how am I going to handle this man? But you spoke only once. And the man was very humble. I am very excited.
It's my pleasure. We're already looking beyond this marriage. Of course. I see you on the throne.
Isha Zamala, I don't understand. What do you mean by you see me on the throne?
You won't understand. You see, the king will die someday.
Definitely, I know.
He will not live forever.
Yes, of course, I know.
And when this happens, you, as the one marrying the head princess, will be considered for kingship.
Are you telling me that it's going to be that easy?
Leave the politics to us. We know how to do it, and when we may have finished, you will find yourself as the king.
It's becoming very interesting. This is getting exciting.
Never mind.
By the minute.
It will be marvelous when we finish.
Don't worry.
Mama, Austin is fine, and he will be fine. Look, don't bother about the Asaba trip. Don't bother yourself about it at all. All you need to do now is concentrate on yourself. Is to take care of yourself. You have to get back on your feet very soon. And if you have to do that, then you have to eat food. And good food, not just food. Please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I know that you love my son very much. And I want you to know that he loves you too.
Thank you very much, Ma.
You're a good woman. You will make a good wife to my son. And he will make a good husband to you.
Thank you. These words that you have spoken to me out of love, that shows in your eyes and in your voice, I would never forget it. It will always, always be in my heart. Okay, now you are going to eat something. At least to make Austin happy and me. Okay? So should I get the food? Okay.
I got close. so close to getting the job of my dreams. Now they say I have to wait for the next quota, the next badge. Nneka, my love. Why is that number not going through now?
Sir, the exercise was very successful. We interviewed about 60 applicants, and 15 of them have been issued the appointment letter, sir.
Mr. Dogu, I appreciate your dedication to duties, and I commend you for a job well done.
Thank you, sir.
You further reduce the number to 10 because we don't have position for 15 graduates in the ministry right now.
Okay, sir.
Let's go.
The young man was in my office earlier.
Was he among the people you interviewed?
He was among the people penciled down for the interview. He came in today to tell me that his mother was sick. And I told him I cannot bend the civil service rule to favor someone. Oh, it is possible that he got frustrated and entered the road in the manner that he did.
Well, let's hope he survives. We may have to bend the rules to accommodate him somewhere. Nurse, please wait. How is he faring?
The doctor is working on him. He's bleeding internally and he's being handled.
Can we see the doctor so I can introduce myself properly to him? I'm the head of service. Here is the head of personnel. You see, I want to see the doctor to assure him that his medical bills will be properly taken care of. You know, I want the best medical attention for him.
So I know you, and I'm sure the medical director knows it too. But you can wait. The doctor will soon be out. Excuse me, sir.
Let's wait. This is being taken care of.
Come on, cheers. Cheers.
Lovely. Lovely. You know, I felt very excited when your father received that. You know, I have already made up my mind that I'm going to surprise him as the head-in-law in that palace.
You're very amusing. Hold on. Okay, tell me, what exactly do you think you're going to do to amuse or surprise my dad? Don't forget, that man has seen better days in life.
Yeah, I agree to an extent. But the man has not seen some of the relationship theories we mastered in Europe.
Oh my God, excuse me. Okay, let me now remind you. My father spent most of his youthful days in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, before he went off to America.
You know, he told my uncle that he knew my father and that he didn't know me. You know, I felt very embarrassed. And as it is now, I am going to make your father to know me. Oh my God, I'm going to make your father to know me.
Okay, so tell me. Seriously now. What are your next plans?
Is it next line of action or next planners?
Of course, I'm talking about the next plan towards our traditional marriage.
I am very happy that you used the word traditional, because that's what I'm planning. Traditional marriage. You know, it's not as if I don't go to church or if I am not a Christian. No, I go to church, I'm a Christian, great Christian, but I wouldn't want this marriage to be in the church because of all the restrictions. They do this, they don't do this. You want it to be low-key, no? I want it to be traditional marriage where I am going to cook men and women of Ubema to a standstill without any restrictions.
Wow, I'm excited.
Listen, as we speak now, there are men that are coming from Kano just to prepare suya for men and women of Ubema Kingdom. We call them mesuyas. You know, men and women of Ubema, they will see food and they will run away from food because food is going to be excess.
Oh my God, this is really exciting, you know. I have this feeling that our marriage is going to, you know, be like a guideline. It's going to teach a whole lot of young girls in Ubema how to make their choices and how to be classy. Beautiful. You know what I'm talking about? It's going to set a trend, which is exactly what I like.
Should I tell you something? I want to be very sincere with you. I am too much. The kind of marriage that I am planning to do in this kingdom is going to be extraordinary. You know, I may even go berserk and reduce the party to a kind of street party, a kind of street carnival.
Okay, maybe I should even call up my friends from Canada.
Just Canada, invite those that are coming from Australia, from...
You have a call from France.
What did the fellow say?
She says it's private and then she sounds fantastic.
Excuse me? Is she?
Yes.
Let me have the phone.
Give her the phone.
I said let me have the phone.
Please give her the phone. It's the only phone in your mouth.
This is Princess Njideka speaking. Who is this? Hello? Hello? She hung up. Oh my God.
Oh, don't worry. When she calls back, I'll give it to you.
Look, I understand you Europe boys do all sorts of rubbish. I hear all the trash you guys do in Europe. Now you tell me, truthfully, do you have a wife in Europe?
To be very sincere with you, my princess, I used to have a German wife.
Great. So where is this German wife of yours?
She died in Afghanistan. You know, a journalist in active service.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry, but you never mentioned it.
You know, I thought there is no need bothering you with such bad news. She's gone, already buried and resting in peace. You are the one I have now, and I am excited with you.
Don't worry, you have me. I think I'm more than a wife.
I know. It's sitting all over you. You're wonderful.
You want something to drink?
Yeah, I'll make do with a bottle of Star. Hey, barman!
Mama. 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 Mama, what is it? What? Mama, what is it? Mama, please don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Mama. Help! Help! Sorry. Please help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. I'm not sure. I don't know what is wrong with me. Okay. Let me call the ambulance.
Young man,
I waited until now to see you wake. I know why you lost your senses and entered the road in the manner you did. It's frustration. But not to worry. Just be rest assured that you'll be approved for the job. Right?
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Just get well. Be alright, eh?
Young man, hang in there, please. And be strong, okay? Don't let anything bother you. We'll take care of your bill.
Oh, God bless you, sir. God bless you. Thank you so much, sir.
Alright. So we can go.
Okay. We'll see you around.
Be alright, eh?
She died in my hands. I was so helpless, I could not do anything.
Okay, now that's enough. That's enough, Neka. I don't get it. Are you trying to tell me that you're mourning a woman who killed her husband? Tell me more sincerely, why do you like to undermine royalty?
She didn't kill anybody. She didn't kill anybody. She was praying for you. Praying for the kingdom. Praying for me. Praying for daddy before she died.
That's enough, okay? For Christ's sake, the news that this woman died as a result of the evil she's committed is everywhere. It's everywhere. Everyone is talking about it. Why? Haven't you ever sat down to ask yourself, why are you the only one looking at this woman like a noble woman? Why is it just you?
She did not kill anybody. She didn't kill anybody. That woman loved me. I feel like I lost a second mother.
Okay, that's enough. You don't have to cheapen or disrespect mother that much.
Why don't you just console me? Console me. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. Just console me.
It's okay, babe. It's okay, darling. Come on. I just want to tell you something. Ernest, your husband, is coming tomorrow. Okay?
I want to see him. I don't want to see him. I hosted my life. My soul, my pain, my everything. I love you. Why don't you just love me the way I love you? Why don't you love me the way I love you?
That's okay. Your husband is coming tomorrow. Ernest is coming.
Your Majesty, I am standing on my feet to address this council because I don't like this august body to make any mistake. The point I want to make clear here is Mma was not killed by the girls.
Sit down and shut up if you have nothing to say. You see? Sit down!
Onyenze fears no man, not even you, Odunze. He speaks his mind without any sentiments. Odunze, you are waging unnecessary and unholy war against that poor and innocent woman. And her death ought to have taught you some lessons. This is the ruling class of Ubama Kingdom. You cannot hoodwink us into treading the path of death. Tell them that you didn't see us. Go and tell them. What is all this?
I'm sorry, Your Highness, but please tell Ichie Onyenze to sit down. That's my family we are discussing. Those who don't know the details of what happened should be barred from talking. You should not talk.
And shut, both of you. Sit down. Sit down.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
Sit down. Sit down, both of you. Sit. Now you listen to me. I have this question for you to answer. Can you stand by the grave of your late brother and swear that it was the gods that killed that woman? Can you?
Igwe, the gods of this kingdom always inflict offenders with terminal diseases before killing them. That's exactly what happened to that woman. I don't know why I'm asked to swear. Igwe, why should I swear?
Now listen to me and listen very carefully. I want you to go and bury that woman as a normal woman. that died a natural death. I do not believe that it was the gods that killed her.
Igwe, do you really think I should do this? Igwe, do you really think I should do this, Igwe?
Go and bury her, and if I receive any other report, I will regard it as disobedience. Go and bury that woman as a normal woman that died naturally in your family. Go and bury her.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but the woman's only son is not in town. He traveled to Asaba and has not returned until now. Should we go and bury his mother without waiting for him?
Did you make some frantic efforts to reach him?
Yes, Your Majesty, but his line is not going.
That woman is dead, and she has to be buried. Go and bury her. When he returns, we'll tell him what happened. I have spoken.
What am I leaving here?
I don't know precisely when you leave, but you will not leave until you're perfectly okay. The head of service said you have a lot of work to do in the ministry, and you're not leaving here until a medical director satisfies you okay.
I need to use my phone to call my fiancée and tell her I was in an accident.
Use mine and be quick. Phone calls are not allowed here.
I can't use your phone. I have to use mine. She has to pick up. Please give me my phone.
I don't have your phone. It was not among the signs that was submitted to us. I obliged you my phone. Call your fiancée and tell her where you are.
I can't, even if I want to use your phone, I can't use it because I don't have a number by heart. But my number is on my phone.
I'm sorry, but if you don't have my number, it means I can't help you.
Thank you.
Uche Okolo, I have this feeling that the king is taking sides. And we have to confront him.
Confront him?
Yes.
I don't understand what you mean. We cannot confront the king. We cannot.
Don't tell me that you're afraid of the king. You are part of the ruling class of this kingdom. Our duty is to guide the king, not to deviate.
And I'm telling you that the king has not deviated. Go and bury the woman. And let it be on record that you have for once did the right thing.
Okolo, stop there. Stop! What is that rubbish you have just said? Are you trying to tell me that I have not been doing things right? I have not been doing the right things?
You have never disappointed anybody with noble act before. Go and bury the woman as the king has directed and be in the good book of the king. Huh?
Everybody is talking tough at me. Okay then. Okay.
Number is not going through.
The number is not going through. Madam Neka, tell me, what other confirmation do you need? What else do you need to prove to you that this low-life church rat has finally dumped you? I told you, didn't I? You better prepare your mind for Ernest, because that is your husband. That is the man you're going to marry. I mean, no princess of your caliber would sit down and be thinking of some low-life idiot.
Do you think he really dumped me?
Yes, I do. I do. I warned you before, didn't I? All the story about him going to Asaba to get a job, all of them, I knew they were all a fluke just to dump you. And I warned you.
No. I was thinking not dump me. Look, Ejineka, Austin constantly refused to take advantage of me as a woman. So, why would he want to go through all the stress without having his way with me?
Oh, please, Neka. Look, I know you are a child, but please, Do not tell me that you're still so naive. Come on. Of course he's not stupid. He will not try to take advantage of you because he knows the consequences of deflowering a princess. He will not do it. So that's what you've been using to deceive yourself, right? You think because he's not trying to take advantage of you that... You think he's noble or what? Oh, come off it.
Why are you doing this to me? Chideka, why are you doing this to me? Why are you forcing me to take off my mind from the one man that I love? The man that I've given my heart, my body, my soul, everything I am to. I love him. And I can die for him.
You will not die for him. You will not die for him. It's not possible. All you're feeling, all these things you call love, is nothing but some childish infatuation which you will soon outgrow. Yes, you will outgrow it. And for your information, you have no other option. You must marry Ernest. To Ernest, you must be married to. What is it?
My queen is looking dazzling, and I can see the very wisdom of marrying you.
Can you look in my eyes and tell me you know the true meaning of love?
You are the meaning, the very definition of love, and that's why I marry you.
Love is like a careless seed planted with a plan, and it will always grow mainly when nurtured with truth. And it will rise to overshadow all initial obstacles. Men of all ages have become conquerors, conquering all sorts of things. Many men have even conquered themselves unknowingly. Love is the only thing that has not been conquered. Significantly, it has conquered all things.
What an excellent treatise coming from my wife. I am excited. Go ahead.
I am sorry, Your Majesty. I am not here for empty flatteries. Nneka is my daughter, and she knows the true meaning of love. My daughter must be allowed to end where her joy is guaranteed.
Come. That Nneka must be allowed to stay where her joy is guaranteed. What's the meaning of that?
I've come to tell you that Nneka has made up her mind to die for that stupid, low-life boy called Austin. And since you've decided to do nothing about it, I've taken it up on myself. I am going to stop her.
Love is like a careless seed planted without plan. It grows only when it is nurtured with the truth. It rises to overshadow all initial obstacles. Men of all ages have become conquerors, conquering all sorts of things. Men have conquered themselves, even unknowingly. Incidentally, men have not been able to conquer love. Significantly, love has conquered all things.
Daddy, what exactly are you talking about? Because I don't understand.
Leave Nneka alone.
Father, I don't get it. I should leave Nneka alone and allow her on-demand royalty completely without low-life nobody? Father, I'm sorry, but I can't.
Your mother just appeared to me in a dreams and said we should leave Nneka alone. And I am not prepared to obey the living and disobey my queen that's supposed to be resting her bones in her grave. So leave Nega alone.
Daddy, do you mean that mother appeared to you in your dreams?
It's not even supposed to be dreams, it's more of revelation. Yes, leave her alone.
You sign here, please.
Thank you, sir, of course. What's next, sir?
The head of service instructed me to send you to Ministry of Culture and Chieftaincy Affairs. But you won't start immediately until after the training. You have a 1-month compulsory training.
When is the training, sir?
Right away. The training is in progress. You're really late.
I don't want to be too much trouble, but I have a big problem. See, my mother's very sick, and she's in the care of my fiancé as we speak, and I've not been able to contact them since the accident. I was wondering if you can allow me a day or two. Let me go and see them and make sure everything is fine.
Why don't you reach your mother on the phone and see how she's faring?
That would be a challenge, sir. You see, I lost my phone during the accident, and my mother doesn't have a phone. The only contact I have is my fiance's, and I don't know the number by heart.
Your case is pathetic. I admit that. But what we are facing here is bureaucratic bottleneck. The government might terminate your appointment if you fail to undergo this training. They will believe that you are not ready for them. So if I were you, I would believe that my mother is fine. Undergo this training and secure yourself a future.
If snake doesn't show that it's snake, it will be used to tie fire wound. I don't know the exact location of Austin as I speak now, but I was forced to give the mother a befitting burial. And I'm insisting that wherever Austin is now, he should die. He should die. He cannot wake up. Let his door be opened in the morning and see him dead. Hey! Hello. Osikukaga. Guano. I've grown to realize that death is nearer than life. That death is nearer to man. Austin, you will never wake up. You will never wake up where you are sleeping now. You will never wake up.
Iche, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Sit down.
Thank you.
Princess Njideka, what are you doing in my house this night?
Iche, for the first time in my life, I have come to ask you for a favor. I hope you don't turn me down.
I am listening.
Tell me. Tell me how much you want me to pay you. I don't want your nephew to marry my sister.
You simply come here to tell me to stop what I've vouched to stop already.
Well, Iche, I'm sorry, but I don't think you've stopped anything. My sister still talks about him constantly.
When men make peaceful change unavailable, then violent change becomes inevitable. Go back to your palace. Go and sleep. He cannot. Austin will never marry your sister.
Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.
Young man, we have paid for this hotel bill in advance. All participants are not complaining. You are the only one complaining and complaining and complaining. Why?
Okay, I can't stay in that hotel. I cannot stay there. Please, I don't mind moving to a cheaper one. I can save you people some money. Just move me. Okay, please, just give the instructions so I can move. Please.
Should I tell you the truth? I am sick and tired of you. You are embodiment of stress driving me bananas. If I have two of you in this office, I would have died a long time ago. Look at me at my age, growing gray hairs just because I met you a few days ago. You stay where others trainees are staying, and be sure to participate in your training. I don't have the power to move you to another place. In this office, we put our eggs in one basket. All participants stay in one hotel.
Okay, I can't stay in that hotel. I'm telling you, I was attacked last night. I can't stay there.
Were you attacked by the aliens? I called the management and they denied any attack last night in that hotel. So what kind of attack are you talking about?
Okay, he doesn't understand. It was not a physical attack. It was a spiritual attack. Somebody wants me dead. I have to move from that hotel. Please try to understand.
Somebody wants you dead. Charms, witchcraft, sorceries are unknown in common law by its essential civil service. You understand that? So I don't know what you're talking about. You are talking like someone from the extreme village, with timidity. I wonder if you want this job.
Okay, I wrote a letter, an express letter to my fiancée and my mother, telling them that I was going to be away for 1 month undergoing training. My sick mother, if I didn't want this job, I won't go that far.
If you want this job, then stay and be trained. Don't force me to tell the head of service that you are one hell of a problem.
No, sir. No. Okay, sir. I'll
You are driving me drinking. Please, somebody give me Ryan Coke, please.
Sorry.
I bow in greeting, my princess.
What is it?
He says he has a letter for you.
Okay, let me have it.
Actually, the letter is for Princess Nneka of Ubema Kingdom. Are you the one?
Are you stupid?
No.
Is something wrong with your head? Did you not hear what I said? My friend, give it to me and get out of my sight.
I'm sorry, my princess.
Sorry for yourself.
Please do sign here for me.
Silly. What is it? Get out of my sight, idiot! Fools.
I actually had an accident and was hospitalized, but I'm okay now. I've been given an appointment in the Ministry of Culture and Chieftaincy Affairs, and I am now undergoing a 1-month compulsory training with other successful participants. How is Mother doing? Please make out time and deliver the enclosed letter to her. Tell her that God has given me the job of my dreams and that we're actually coming to the end of the years of gloom and suffering. I love you so much, Nneka. God bless you always. Yours forever, Austin.
Useless idiot. I will teach you the lesson of your life. You're trying to mess with me, right? Chideka, you alright? Austin dumped me. He dumped me. He dumped me. Nneka, am I now vindicated or what? Did I not warn you about this guy? Why would you not listen to me when I told you that this guy was going to dump you? Do you know how much experience I've had in this life? Listen, already it's going to go down history that some poor, low-life, riff-raff pauper dumped the princess of Obama's kingdom. Tell me, Nneka, is there any much more humiliation and insult you think you can give to the royalty? Is there any much more? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have just listened to you. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's alright, babe. You're gonna be alright. As long as you just realize that you do not need that low life. Your husband is earnest, he's noble, he's classy, he's just what the king's, the palace needs, and not some cheap son of a nobody who doesn't even know if he can't even fit into our community. You know what I'm saying? Just calm down.
Mom, are you okay? Mom, talk to me. Are you alright? I'm giving you the water that you requested for. Are you not taking it? What is it?
Why would you serve the queen with a dirty glass cup?
Dirty glass cup? Mom, you haven't even looked at the cup yet. And you say it's dirty. Well, Njideka washed all the cups in the house, so therefore, they're clean.
Njideka?
Yes.
Do you really trust her?
Mom, now I'm lost. Of course I trust her.
I'll go back.
She's the only blood I have as a sibling. So I have to naturally trust and love her.
Now go back with your water. Njideka is not committed to your happiness. She's only concerned with opulence and affluence. And I know she did not learn that from me.
I'm lost. Totally lost, Mom. I don't understand a thing of what you're saying.
Royalty do not take everything they were told. Hook, line, and sinker. They always verify before they act. Njideka is my daughter. There is no doubt. But you can only trust her at your own risk.
Mom. Mom.
What is it, Nneka? Why are you acting up? What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry, Njideka, but I can't trust you.
You can't trust me. What is that supposed to mean?
I have to go after Austin.
Come back here. Come back here. What is wrong with you? Oh, you think I would allow you bring shame to the royalty of this kingdom by running after that pauper? No way. You are not going anywhere.
One of two things is going to happen now. It's that you leave my way or you will kill me now.
Get back here! What is wrong? Get back here! Are you mad?
Your Highness! Your Highness!
Oh! You! Oh, so you now have the impetus. You have the audacity, the temerity to lay your God-forsaken hands on the princesses of this land. What the hell do you think you are? What do you think you are?
I'm sorry, Your Highness. But if the elders of this land find out that you fought, you will be blamed. You are the eldest, and the honors of stopping trouble weighs on you. I don't know why you even call yourself the head princess when...
Are you sick in the head? Or so you now look me in the face and talk to me the way you like? Asshole! Who the hell are you? Or what do you think you are?
I listened to your conversation and know what caused the fight. I can boldly tell the king that the princess of this kingdom have the freedom to movement. The denial of that freedom is what caused the fight. What? You have no right whatsoever to wage war against emotions. Leave her to quench her taste of noble emotions, or else the emotions will consume you.
Are you talking to them? Oh jeez, I can't believe this. It did not happen. Have you seen what you cost? Have you seen what you cost? No, that...
You have not married my daughter yet, but I have already started seeing you as my in-law. The reason is that I have consistently asked my daughter, and she kept saying that you are the only man worthy to marry her. And therefore, I am already seeing you as my own son.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I am already looking up to the experience.
That's fine.
Right from the very beginning, Your Majesty, I always knew that Njideka is my wife. I always knew, Your Majesty.
That's right. That's right. I was told that you are planning to host men and women of Ubama Kingdom to a carnival. Yes. And I ask, when are you coming to finalize the marriage rites?
Your Majesty, you are the ultimate decision maker. You are the one that will give us date that you consider okay and ideal for the throne. As soon as we have the date, then the party can start. I take my wife home and I will start building my own family.
I like that. I like that. I love the zeal. My primary concern is for you to fulfill all the traditional norms and rituals in Ubama land as concerns marriage. Once you are done with that, you'll be free to have your wife. Then and only then you can start planning the street party.
Oh, Your Majesty, I can assure you that we are ready for whatever bill that is required of us to pay. I can even pay today, Your Majesty.
I see.
I don't know if we can get the list of what we are required to pay, and
that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Very illegible. All right. That means I'm going to send your Nowu of Ubama land to you before dusk. He's going to tell you all that you are required to present and to do as far as this marriage is concerned. The moment that is done, then my princess becomes serious.
Your Majesty once again would like to thank you for your time and to tell you that we shall await the no. My friend here is now ready for the marriage, very prepared, and I would like to reiterate the fact that we are equal to whatever bill that will be presented to us.
Well, gentlemen, that's just that.
Yes, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, I think I have to beg your permission for us to leave now.
Oh, it's all right.
Yes. Blessed.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on the successful completion of your training. You are assigned to the Ministry of Culture and Chieftaincy Affairs as an administrative officer. You are expected to commence work in 2 weeks. Once again, my congratulations.
I will not disappoint you, sir. I will not disappoint you, I promise you. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Hey, Asebama, I know your heart will surely find the rightful man to take us to the promised
What? Phil, what are you doing? What are you doing? Phil! Jesus! Oh my God! Phil! Are you on drugs? Jesus, this is a joke! Phil, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Do you like some?
Like what? Are you out of your mind? I can't believe you're taking drugs!
But you're supposed to like some. The fool wife, the good wife. Princess! She does exactly what the husband does. Princess! Who's there? Come! Phil! Isn't it a good wife? You are introducing shit! Because that dick, but this. What's wrong with you, man? God! Who's there? Hello? Yeah, is that the police? Yeah, please, there's a situation here. There's a very, very serious situation. Number 14 catastrophe, please. Right away, please. It's a matter of life and death. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Princess. Princess. Are you okay? Talk to me. Are you okay? No, you're not. Are you okay? Eh? Oh, who's there? Damn!
Your Highness, you have endeared yourself to all the gods in this palace. There is no day they don't pray for you. You have shown your love to the poor, and the God of the poor is there for you. The God of the poor will fight your enemies and shall solve your problems.
Amen. My brother, I do not know if I'm right or wrong. But my heart tells me that Austin did not dump me.
I know, and I can vouch for that. He wrote a letter telling me that I should be there for you anytime the need arises. If he had abandoned you, he wouldn't have written such a letter.
Austin wrote you a letter?
Yes. The letter arrived the very day you received yours. He even said he had an accident and was hospitalized. No, but he's now normal and has been discharged.
Do you still have the letter with you?
Yes, I do. How can I destroy such a letter?
Please, can I see it? Please.
Let me get it.
She destroyed my letter.
Yes. Because Austin did not send any printed letter. She must have destroyed the handwritten one and printed another one.
Why is this girl so mischievous? Why?
Your Highness, take it easy. Take it easy. Everything shall be under control. Stop crying.
Are you telling me that you are so afraid of me that you don't want to drink in my house? The drink I offered you, and I expect you to drink.
Odunze, I am not here to drink. Instead, I'm here to know why you caged that woman.
Caged which woman? Odunze, why are you always looking for my trouble? Why?
On the contrary, it's your Odunze. You are the one looking for trouble. One of the men of the vigilante said they saw you praying in that woman's grave in the middle of the night. I know what you did. You have just caged that woman. Odunze, why? Why did you cage that innocent woman?
Now listen. You are not my mate. And get out from my house. Get out from my house and never come back here again.
Odunze, what is the meaning of this? You want to try me?
Are you still standing here asking questions? Leave now! Or you're dead.
I see. The dance with the spirit have just begun. Just make sure you are too strong to contend with them. By the time you are through with them, you will die in this your compound, and everybody will know how wicked you are. Evil man. Devil! Pack it! On your jaw.
What exactly am I living for now? Can you tell me? What is the use of getting a job now? Now, Mama is no more. Huh? Who am I working for? Whose future am I trying to better now? At the point when she will enjoy her labor.
Austin, your mother lived for you. She struggled for you and had wanted to continue living for you, but she was unable to make it. She died in the caring hand of your fiancé. I want you to forget it. Tomorrow will be brighter. Your future will be bright.
What future?
Wipe off your tears.
Which future do I have with her, Mama?
Don't worry, just wipe off your tears and believe God. I believe God is going to do something. Don't worry. It shall be well.
Austin, I'm so sorry. She died in my arms. I could not sleep.
Shh. It was not your fault. It was not your fault. I missed you so much. Every bit of you, I missed you. She gave you the wrong letter. She destroyed my letter and gave you the wrong one. But our love has conquered all. They couldn't break our spirit.
I love you too. I love you so much. I'm not only going to be your wife, I'm going to be your mother, your sister, everything.
Princess, see what I found. The original letter he sent.
letter.
You love me this much?
Love is like a careless seed planted without plan. It grows only when it is nurtured with the truth. It rises to overshadow all initial obstacles. Men of all ages have become conquerors, conquering all sorts of things. Men have conquered themselves even unknowingly. Incidentally, men have not been able to conquer love. Significantly, love has conquered all things.
Their love has overshadowed all my obstacles. They have conquered everything.
My father gave us this. He said we should open it, drink, and celebrate our love. Yeah. You think? Yes.
It's too expensive. Are you sure?
Please, open it up.
Let me propose a toast to a very beautiful woman. A real woman first. A princess. My mother. My lover. My sister. My everything.
Here is to love, happiness, success. Daddy asked if you wanted to spend the night.
Come, this is wrong. Come. Please come.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I know I've been wrong all this while. I am so unhappy. My life is already in ruins. And the only thing that can console me is to hear that you guys have forgiven me. But that's all I need.
We'll forgive you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sit down. I'm forgiving you. Sit down. Come.
I'm sorry. Oh God.
sorry. True love will find me. The sun is shining. The mind is evil, the wicked finds no resting place. You shall reap whatever you sow will give you chase. Hey, I say, Mama, I know your conscience never lies. Hey, I say, Mama, I know your heart will surely find the rightful man to take us to the promised land. Who wears the cap to feed, he wears the crown. Hey, Siva, who is the crown? Hey, Siva, who is the crown?